Wonderlands is a game that has many important and integral characters to its story, its history, and its lore. You have those like Butt Stallion, Queen of the Land, the Dragon Lord, the villain of ultimate villainy, Paladin Mike, a dude who was ripped straight from the Echo Net, and Tina, the Bunker Master, and the main titular character for the entirety of Wonderlands. And it might be thought that, out of all of them, no one character will ever be as important to the Wonderlands as Tiny Tina, since she is the very creator of everything we see. But I would disagree with that, for you see, there really is only one other character out of the mix that merits the importance of being side by side, if not elevated higher than Tiny Tina herself. No, it is not the Dragon Lord. No, it is not Butt Stallion or even the Fate Maker. It is instead the Notetaker.
The Fate Maker's journey begins as so many do, with a heart full of fire and dreams of dragons and magic. It will end only one way, with the ultimate defeat of all evil.
Now you might say, okay, Dave, yeah, that's cool, but come on, how is a character that we've never seen before more important than Tina? Tina, in the universe of Borderlands, created the Wonderlands. So how could a character that she technically made, a character that she roleplays to us in the game, be more important than her? Well, that is simply due to the fact that the Notetaker is not a character that Tina just went and made up. Because the Notetaker is real. Well, real in the context of the Borderlands universe. In fact, it was the Notetaker that introduced Tiny Tina to bunkers and badasses, which would make the Notetaker the de facto and the indirect creator of everything we see in the game. It would also go to explain why the Notetaker is used as this wizened narrator, considering that Tina, who very clearly resonated with bunkers and badasses, likely took most of his lessons about the game and its meaning to heart. But even still, it begs the question, because the question might have occurred to you, because I know it occurred to me. Who exactly is he? Who is the Notetaker? Who is this dude that inspired Tina to make her own version of bunkers and badasses? Who is the technical original bunker master of Wonderlands? Who is the Notetaker? Well, if you are an old school Borderlands fan like I am, if you've played Borderlands 1 or 2, or maybe you've only ever played the Assault on Dragon Keep or the pre-sequel, it doesn't matter. The Notetaker's identity should be fairly obvious to you, because the Notetaker is none other than Roland, the now deceased leader of the Crimson Raiders and one of my all-time favorite characters in the entirety of Borderlands. Now Roland, he really deserves his own video, but for those who might not know much about Roland, I will give you a brief rundown of who he was. Hence on was. Roland was a soldier of the Crimson Lance, the military branch of the Atlas Corporation, which, at the time of Borderlands 1, was one of the largest conglomerates in the Borderlands galaxy, and they were basically like the de facto rulers of Pandora, the planet in which every Borderlands game revolves around. But sometime after serving with the Lance, Roland left the army under sussy-ass circumstances and took up the mantle of a Vault Hunter, joining a team comprised of 3 others, a Berserker, a Siren, and a Hunter. With Roland acting as the leader of this Giga Squad team, these 4 Vault Hunters discovered the mythical Vault of Pandora, opened it, and defeated the Destroyer of Legend. Then later on, Roland again led his team versus his old employers, and then defeated the leader of the Crimson Lance, General Knox, crippling the Lance as a military and all but ensuring the downfall of Atlas to the Hyperion Corporation only a few years later. After that, It was Roland who united the splintered groups left by Atlas on the surface of Pandora, and from the ashes of the Crimson Lance rose the Crimson Raiders, who sought to oppose Hyperion's takeover of Pandora once Atlas's defeat and capitulation left a ginormous power vacuum in that region of space, which led to the events of Borderlands 2. But I am glossing over one major detail that occurred between that time, Borderlands 1 and 2, that is super related to the topic of today's video, to Wonderlands as an entity, actually. Sometime after the events of Borderlands 1, we're not sure when, if it's before or after Roland formed the Raiders. I'm gonna assume maybe it's probably after. Roland met an orphan. This orphan, along with her parents, were once sold by a bandit clan of Pandora to Hyperion, where they were to become test subjects involving the corporation's slag mutation program. And these experiments that were conducted on the trio would eventually lead to the deaths of the girl's parents, possibly in some of the most brutal ways imaginable if Krieg's own experimentations by Hyperion were anything to go off of. Lucky for the orphan, before her parents were sent off to never again return, she was given a grenade by her mother, a grenade she used to escape from the clutches of Hyperion. This orphan was named Tina, and to her, Roland became, for the most part, the only true family she had. He became her father figure, a man to look up to, a man that was there for her when no other was. To that end, he took care of her. He kept her away from the immediate dangers of the Crimson Raiders, and he even introduced her to bunkers and badasses, as I've said previously.
Okay, Tina. This is your first time playing, right?
I mean, yeah? Who would I play with? Everyone else I know is dead. What's it called?
Bunkers and Badasses. It's a fantasy game. A place where you can be a hero, where your imagination can change the world.
Ooh, I'm the best at imagining, baby. I got a whole Wonderland up in here.
That's perfect. But first, we gotta make a character. Tell me about your Fate Maker.
And that last part, it left such an impact on Tina that she sought to make her own campaign in the world of bunkers and badasses, as both a thanks for showing her this world of chaotic greatness, and also kind of as an apology for blowing up the world that they were playing in and making the Dragon Lord a villain at the end of their first campaign together.
Look at this place. You've been busy, Tina. This cave is almost cozy.
Oh, this is nothing. I got plans, baby. Gonna be bombs and hot babes everywhere.
Is this a tea set? Mind if I sit down?
No. Do not sit there. It's, that seat is reserved.
Right. Look, Tina, I came by to say I'm sorry. I hope I didn't ruin bunkers and badasses for you.
Oh, that? I already forgot about that. Yeah. Why? Do you want to play?
You know, I can't right now. Being the leader of an army is more work than I thought. But once things are better, yeah, come on, we'll play. I promise.
All right. Well, we're gonna do my campaign. I've been working on something.
I can't wait to see that. You know what? You're gonna make a great bunker master. I know it.
But alas, Roland never got to experience what Tina toiled to make, for it was during the events of Borderlands 2 that Roland was shot and killed in the line of duty while trying to stop Handsome Jack.
Hey, Tannis, I'm going after Jack.
So,
Now, I could go into the psychological and the emotional impact that Roland's death had on Tina, and many others for that matter, which is quite a lot, and I could do it, but I would not rather this video go that into much of a tangent, considering I kind of want it to be about the Notetaker. So for now, if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more in the future, please be sure to like and subscribe for more content relating to Borderlands, or Wonderlands in this case, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy XIV, in Star Wars. Of course, if you have any specific topics you would like for me to cover in the future regarding Borderlands, or again Wonderlands, the games, or their lore, you can leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to read each and every one of them. Thanks for watching, and remember well,